Here, make
Hey, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast. Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Throwdown. I am joined by my illustrious co-host,
Fantasy Sports Corps and True Serum Football's own Jordan Thomas. Welcome to the second episode of the Weekly Throwdown, brought to you by FSC.
and again, week after week, man, me and Jordan are going to throw it down on the hottest topics, trending sports topics. We got to go head-to-head, battle style, clash of the champion styles, man, and there's going to be a weekly winner over here for us week after week.
Yeah, and last week I took a couple punches and I got knocked to the ground, but I'm ready to come out this week swinging.
I hope you put in the training, buddy, okay? I hope you went in there
All
and you
week.
did a little extra.
All week. That's all I've been doing. Pumping that iron, reading up, taking my vitamins. I'm ready, Elio. Let's go.
All right. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, it is D-Generation. Oh, I'm sorry. I got the wrong one here. Not D-Generation X. Nah, I'm just messing with you all. Get your popcorn ready. Watch the fireworks. It is time for the Weekly Throwdown. Before we get started, though, do us a huge favor, people. Go ahead and hit that like button. Smash that like button, man. The more likes we get, the more we got to get out of us week after week. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss any future shows. Also, do us a big favor. Go online, sign up with our partners at Underdog Fantasy, download the app, use promo code Throwdown, and we were going to double up your deposit up to $100. Without further ado, hey, yo, British lady, let's set it off.
Dallas trading for Brandin Cooks. Do you think this was the right move for them to make at wide receiver?
Let me make this one on first, okay? Jordan, you good with that? Let me go first because I have a feeling I got to come strong.
I'm ready for this one. Let's go.
Well, put it this way. I argue the fact that I think the shot probably should have gone after Adam Thielen or Juju Smith-Schuster. OBJ is out there, but the price tag is too big. To me, I like Brandin Cooks. He's a good receiver, but Juju and Thielen bring that bigger target for Dak Prescott. Because remember, this year, it's all on the line for Dallas, right? Mike McCarthy's calling the plays, all right? So it's like he's the offensive coordinator, so he has no more excuses. He can't fire anybody else, but it's also on Dak. They're giving him all the tools. So I think a bigger target, right, alongside CeeDee Lamb can actually benefit him a little bit better. And look, it's all up to Dak. But I don't know. Dak is whack, and sometimes he just cannot get around. But I think
Really
Alan Thielen would have been the
there.
call. There we go. Go ahead, Jordan.
So you say Dak is whack. I'm going to say my boy Dak is back. And I'm going to be honest, man. He missed some time last year, looked a little rough, threw a lot of interceptions, even while missing games, led the league in interceptions. But he didn't have that number two threat on this other side of the field, no Amari Cooper. And if you look at Brandin Cooks in seasons where he's averaged 100 or more targets, he averages 80 receptions, 1,130 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Last year, Dalton Schultz had 89 targets. Noah Brown had 74 targets. There is plenty of meat on the bone in Dallas. I think Gallup will be healthier coming into this season. And we can talk about these other guys. Yeah, we're all dreaming about D-Hop. Adam Thielen, whatever. Like I would personally rather have Brandin Cooks. OBJ, we don't know what's gonna become of him. Dallas gave up a 5th round compensatory pick, and Houston paid part of that salary, and the man already restructured, home run, grand slam, Jerry Jones to the house. Brandin Cooks was absolutely the right guy to go out and get for the Dallas Cowboys.
I'll give you credit. I think it was the salary part is huge. You know what I mean? $6 million Houston still has to cover. So that's not bad. Usually Jones is like about paying people. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give you credit on that one.
As
Anyway.
much As
Yes.
much as I love you telling me I'm right, I want to hear it from the British lady in the back.
British lady.
Point. Jordan.
Yeah, we knew you were going to take me down in the cowboy round. Let's go.
All right, man. Go ahead, man. I'll let you set it
All
off.
right. All right, man. Back to our lovely British host in the back. Let's get that second question.
Arch Madness has been maddening. See what I did there, E-Man? That's what you call showmanship. What is the biggest upset of the tournament so far?
Oh, easy, 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 easy. 2 times in this tournament's history, 2 times, a number 16 team has taken out a number 1 seeded team. 2 times. And that just happened for the second time. It's Farley Dickinson. They went over Purdue. Mismatch of all mismatches, better players, more size, more defense, more accolades. Farley Dickinson wasn't even supposed to be in this tournament. They didn't even win their bogus ass conference, but the team that did, and I don't even remember the name from researching it, if I'm being honest, the team that should have won this berth, they were ineligible, so it went to Farley Dickinson, and they just took down Purdue. Game over. Absolutely the biggest upset of the tournament. It won't be topped.
Purdue was a fake number 1. Purdue has lost in the last 3 tournaments to the 13th seed, the 15th seed, and now the 16th seed. Fake number 1. You know who's the real Cinderella story? The Princeton Tigers, baby. Those damn Ivy Leaguers, yuppie bastards, okay? Let me tell you something right now, man. Not only they took down Arizona, who's a better team, Purdue in my eyes, but then they went to the second round and slammed freaking Iowa. Okay, they destroyed them by 15 points. I mean,
2
those
times.
backdoor cut were doing their thing, hitting threes, and Farley Dickinson. Again, fake number 1 in Purdue. This should have never been a number 1 because they have a history of going down, man, to the high seeds historically in the tournament.
Well, speaking of going down to the high seeds, British lady, who won that round?
Point. E-Man.
Weak.
Let me tell you something, bro. Hey, come on, man. Hey, you got to give it to me, man. It was a good comeback. You hit me with a right hook, and I went down in that first round with the Cowboys. I was like, I wasn't expecting that crap. You know what I'm saying? All right. What do we got next? Hey, British, side piece. Let us know what's going on in the back. What's the next topic?
Hey, Elio, hold
forgot
up. Before we do that, I think we need to get a word from our sponsors.
That's true.
Underdog Fantasy is here to save your post-fantasy football season blues. The easiest place to play and win with the Underdog Fantasy app. Get up to 20 times your money in a single night with our Pick'em contests. Grab some insurance when setting your picks and win even when one pick fails. Go online now and use the promo code Throwdown to double your deposit up to $100. Sit gingerbread, good girl.
All right, there we go. Now, British lady, let us know what's next on deck, baby.
With the Major League Baseball season almost here, who is your favorite to win it all this season?
All right, I think I'm going first on this one, right, Jordan? You want me to take this one?
Yeah,
or is
you're
it
the
you?
baseball guy. Take it away.
Yeah, baseball used to be my favorite sport, but now it's more football and basketball. But anyway, look, I am going for the evil empire, my New York effing Yankees. If you haven't noticed by the backdrop, okay, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this way. Look at that, right there. Bam. The evil empire, the Yankees. I'm gonna tell you why, right? This year we strengthened our weakest point, which was starting pitching by acquiring Carlos Rondon. 1-2 punch with Garrett Cole. And I understand Rondon is not going to start the season. He's going to probably play in late April because he's in the injured list. But anyway, starting rotation, which was a weak point, we got them. And then followed by Nasty Nestor, who had an unbelievable year in All-Star. And then you got Luis Severino, who came back last year from Tommy John, is doing great. And then we got to figure it out who's going to be a fourth. So that's from a pitching standpoint. The bullpen's still the same. We're still solid, all right? The offense is going to be led again by the Bash brothers, Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. And I have a feeling this is the year that Giancarlo is going to play 140 games and hit 55 home runs, just like his MVP before we traded for him. But anyway, moving on. Our offense looks great. We got young players. We got a lot of the same offense returning. Look, the starting lineup for opening day: Gleyber Torres, All-Star; Aaron Judge, former MVP, who's actually focused on winning a title. He doesn't care about MVPs anymore. That's behind him. He's all about winning that World Series. Anthony Rizzo at first base. Giancarlo Stanton at DH. Josh Donaldson, all right, the glove at third. We have a young stud who's probably going to start, Anthony Volpe, who has been killing it in spring season. They thought he's actually battling the job with Peraza and Falefa. But anyway, that kid is a future, the next Derek Jeter. And of course, Trevino a catcher. But at the end of the day, when the evil empire is relevant, all right, when the Yankees are winning, the next to the major league watches. People watch baseball, even the dumbasses that don't like baseball at all. The Yankees are prime and ready to win and take that chip back to the Bronx. I'm sorry, to the Bronx.
So I love the little low blow there, right? But man, listen, just like last week, just all I see is a bunch of chalk like radiating off of you. I mean, it's the Yankees. Like, how hard is that to pick? I know you're a fan, I get it, but let's be real here. You mentioned Derek Jeter. These aren't the Jeter Yankees, right? They can't seem to get over the hump and get past the Houston Astros. And granted, Houston's been great. I really wanted to go Houston here, but I got to go with the Los Angeles Dodgers. You want to name all of those players that you did, that's great. Look, I'm going to tell you, the Dodgers still have the best roster in baseball. They may have lost Turner. They may have lost Bellinger. But JD Martinez is in, baby, and that's going to more than fill the void. We got Noah Syndergaard, another great arm. Got Clayton Kershaw back. My boy Mookie Betts. You bets believe. It's going to be another race with the Padres, not only for the NL West crown, but for that World Series berth. The Los Angeles Dodgers are taking it home this year, not those sorry-ass Yankees.
Listen, bro.
Judges.
JD Martinez is washed up. Before you go to the judges, he's washed up, and so is Noah Syndergaard, okay? Overpaid for damaged goods. Go ahead. Let's go, judges.
Point. E-Man.
Damn, that was me coming into the Lions den. I mean, you're the baseball expert, but we'll see. I bet I'll be right at the end of the season. Anyway, let's kick it to our lovely host one more time. Question number 4. I'm working from a deficit this time, so I need some magic. Let's hear it.
America's team has officially exercised the 5th-year option on America's quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Do you like the move for Miami? Hint, better say yes.
No, I don't. I'm going against the grain here. I'm going against our producer. I'm going against the judge, the jury, and the executioner. And I don't like the move because I feel like Tua's a little bit of damaged goods right now, right? Had a lot of health scares this year. But man, we saw that upside. We did. And I think the Miami Dolphins organization, America's team, is playing with fire right now simply because if Tua is healthy, you believe he is healthy, he's going to tear it up this upcoming season. We've seen it. He has all the tools at his disposal. We got Tyreek Hill. We got Jalen Waddle. Oh, and they added some really kick-ass defensive players on the other side of the ball. So with all of that, I think Tua Tagovailoa has the opportunity to take the biggest leap in the NFL this season due simply to the fact that I think he's going to be healthy. And I think with that, he's probably going to demand a really, really large contract, which I do believe will completely reset the quarterback market.
All right. I hear you. And I'm probably going to lose this point because just the fact of what I'm going to go against the grain right here. But honestly, right decision by the Dolphins. At the end of the day, my man, it's a business. And they are thinking and exercising with caution because Tua is damaged goods. He's a hit away from being out of the NFL. Let's be serious, right? He's not going to watch it because he wants to get paid, right? Tua is. So at the end of the day, your worst enemy, your own worst enemy is yourself when you are an athlete. And unfortunately, the Dolphins have to look after their investment. They want to see if Tua can stay healthy and play a full season or close to it. I mean, he's a hit away whether it's an ankle, a hip, or now neurologically, boom, concussion. I mean, they started they really, really started the Tua concussion protocol last year because of that hit or multiple hits. They changed the rules around it. The Dolphins are doing a business decision and giving them the 5th year and figuring out what they're gonna need. And at the end of the day, I respect the Dolphins. Love Tua, great Christian kid. The kid has balls of steals. He's such a tough competitor. Puts the team first, man. He's putting his own health in line, right? Because he wants to make the team better. At the end of the day, you got to respect that. As a man, love the kid, bro. Love the dude. From a business standpoint, I am 100% with the team. You got to look at your own investments. You got to make sure that, you got to look at it. At the end of the day, look, I hit away from it. The Dolphins need one more year to figure out if they're going to sign another quarterback, Lamar Jackson, for example. Still got time this year. They got themselves a nice security blanket in Mike White, right? Because freaking Teddy Bridgewater is as worse as Tua. I mean, he goes into the game as the backup and he's out again. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, they did the right move. They needed to get the 5th year option, see what they got, look at their other options for next year, see, because there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks in free agency next year. Burrow, Herbert, all right, Jalen Hurts. There's going to be a lot of action going on next year, man. You know what I mean? That you might be able to go that route, make some type of trade, whatever. The Dolphins have assets. So, yeah, I'm with the Dolphins. Right move in not extending him, not giving him the money because we don't know what's going to happen. The future is bleak for Tua right now. 5th year is the way to go.
Hey, real quick, man. You talked a lot in that argument. I'm going to go into a little bit of overtime here. You talked about Tua being a warrior, fighting for his team. Damn it, I'm going to fight from this point because here's what I'm telling you, Elio. Nothing that you said was incorrect. However, the health concerns are why I think Tua, actually, you could have locked him in for a more affordable rate coming into this season. If you want to talk about Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, there is no way in hell any of those 3 guys are going to hit the open market. Give me my point.
Point, Jordan.
God, I love winning.
Let me tell you something. I could actually written a thesis that would have won a fucking a Pulitzer Prize, bro, and I would have never gotten that point. I'll tell you that much, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's America's team. Oh man, what else we got on deck? British lady. This is the what?
Have some respect,
the 5th
E-man.
now, Jordan. Yeah, it's a 2, bro. Hey,
2
side piece in the back. British lady, give us the winning topic. Let's go. Tiebreaker.
The NBA season is coming to a close. Who do you think will be MVP for the 2023 season?
You go for it, Elio.
All right, I'll take this one. NBA MVP. How many games is left in the season? I think we got like a week or 2 left or something, even less than that. It's very, very minimal right now. We got a couple of weeks. I think it's like 6, 7. I don't know. I didn't look that one up. But look, I am gonna go with my boy, the 2-time MVP. The Joker, Nikola Jokic. All right. It is the year of the center. No doubt about it. Or is the year of the center. We got the best players this year are the centers. Nikola Jokic has had himself, again, an absolute MVP season, career high in field goals, right? A little less points than last year, but he has a career high in assists. 9.9 assists, 11.9 rebounds, 24.7 points per game. He is going to average a triple-double because he just needs like a couple of, a streak of 3 or 4, 5 games with like 12 assists. He's going to average triple-double for the first time for a center since Wilt Chamberlain. All right. Him, Wilt, and now Sabonis are the only centers ever to have over 500 assists in a year. And I think Joker have done it all 3 years in his career, or the last 3 years, something like that. So here's a guy that can see the court vision, right? He still scores, but he's the guy that if you take him out the mix, the least support, that team would not be leading the West as the number 1 seed right now. Jokic is different. Jokic actually is able to do something that most centers can. The vision makes other players better, like your boy LeBron, you know what I mean? And also can score when he needs to. So to me, a guy that, Jamal Murray's a nice piece, right? They got some other young players, right? You know what I'm saying? But if you take Jokic out of that, bro, they are a freaking bubble right now trying to make the play-in tournament. They're Portland right now if you take Jokic out of that squad. So to be leading the league again, he might be the first back-to-back three-peat MVP. That's my man. That's my pick. That's who I want right now, and that's who should be able to win it. Bring it.
So my apologies, Elio. I had a couple yawns during that speech, and I'm just so fatigued, kind of like the NBA voters must be on voting for Nikola Jokic to win the damn MVP award. We get it, man. He's awesome. He's great. He's been doing this, but let me tell you about the guy that consistently gets robbed. The guy who did not make the All NBA first team just last season, right? Just because he plays the center position, right? But he still was second in MVP voting. Let's talk about Joel Embiid. Third time is the charm. Second 2 years ago to Jokic, second last year to Jokic. He's going to be first this year. What Embiid is doing, and I'm not trying to take anything away from the Joker. He's phenomenal. But this is Embiid's year. He's been second in MVP year after year. This year, he's leading the league in scoring, averages 10.2 rebounds a game, ninth in the league, has 4.1 assists and 1.1 steals, and most importantly, 1.7 blocks per game. You got Mr. Michael Jordan on your wall back there. And man, all I ever hear Jordan fans, those guys, right? Use guys. All I ever hear you guys talk about is what a great defender he was and how he played, the full 40 minutes back and forth. That's Joel Embiid. Jokic doesn't play a lick of defense. Joel Embiid is the best player on the court on both sides of the court, night in and night out. He just became the second player in NBA history with 5 consecutive games with 30 points and 3 blocks. The only other person to do that, good old Shaquille O'Neal, and guess what? The year he did it, he was the MVP. This is this is not Jokic's year. This is Joel Embiid's time to shine.
Hold on. Before we go to the judges, listen, Justin Perkins. I don't know what you have about Serbian centers. You know what I'm saying, man? But honestly, the good points, by the way, Embiid is having a Shaq-like season. So I honestly think these guys are the top 2 centers in the game, right? I think these 2 guys are
arguably the top 2 players, man.
Absolutely. Look, Giannis has a good shot. He's all of a sudden he's resurged. Every year he's in the mix, right? But the last month, man, he's put himself in the conversation as well. But I don't think he's going to be enough to kind of tap any of these 2 guys. But yeah, man, I mean, look, give you credit. My man Embiid, it's getting shafted all the time. However, he has a lot more support. Maxey, all right. He has freaking James Harden on his team. He has these are all 19, 20 points a game guys. All right. What's the name of the other guys? Harris is sucking ass this year, so it doesn't matter. But he does have a better makeup around him than what's his name than Jokic. But anyway, all right. I think it's time.
Your
British
queen
lady
has arrived with her final verdict, and I must say neither of you impressed me this week, but one of you at least got 1 notch from me this week. Which means he's up to notch 1. Game Jordan. Winner, Jordan.
Damn. Congrats, homie.
Hell yeah, I will take that notch. And, with every great winner, they can't get there without a great loser.
Dumbass.
Loser, dumb assy man.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, awesome. I knew I was going to come back this week and get it done. So last week we got to listen to Elio use his little time at the end, but I'm going to use it for something real productive. I want to take a moment to talk about Fantasy Sports Corporation. We are here. And we're just getting started. While you are enjoying our work on the Weekly Throwdown, we have so many other amazing shows and things going on right now. If you're into all things American sports, you need to be checking out Patriot Sports Radio. If you love basketball, there's nothing better than Three-Peat Podcast going right now. We have fastballs and family coming out for our baseball fans. If you're into variety, we got the Deb Whitkus show coming out. Plus Money Golf, divots and pivots, and golf is your thing. If you're more into regional stuff, we got a great Chiefs show, the Chiefs Focus, as well as we're bringing on the Scoreboard Addicts. And then we also have TSS Fantasy that has you covered on all things fantasy football related, including their new show this year, the Dynasty Hour. We even have a wrestling addict. So I say all of that to say we are here. The time is now. This locomotive is picking up steam, and we want each and every one of you to be along for this journey. As always, we do appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget, smash that like button, subscribe to the Fantasy Sports Corporation. Special thanks once again to our sponsors, Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you download that app, use the promo code Throwdown, and we will throw down a matching $100 deposit. I'm out. See you next week.
Sorry, Jordan, but on this network there is only one America's team, and that's the Miami Dolphins, bitch.